Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and Game 3 in a best of 7 series between Team Liquid and Team Root. We have Liquid Jinro spawning as the yellow Terran player at the 12 o'clock position on Lost Temple. Meanwhile, we have Root Drewbie spawning as the blue Terran player over here at the 3 o'clock location on Lost Temple. This is Game 3 in the matchup. I just casted Game 1. I don't have Game 2 for you guys yet, so it's either 1-1 or 2-0 in favor of, I believe, Root. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what Game 2 the results are. The games are being played out of order, as there are a lot of cross-realm play, making it very difficult to try to schedule a lot of matches. And yeah, trying to play so many games, 77 games off of multiple time zones. What, Korean, all of Europe, and all of America makes it, or all of North America makes it pretty difficult. We now see Drewbie now going for a refinery before a barracks, so this is pretty unorthodox play. Taking a look at the production tab, refinery before barracks normally means a very, very fast tech into Banshees. Or we could also see some early Blue Flame Hellions. Both are viable options, as what this will allow Drewbie to do is it will allow him to build a barracks, and then right as that barracks is completed, he can then go for a factory. So it will be a barracks straight into a factory, I believe. And now the refinery is already coming into play by Jinro, but Jinro will not be able to start mining gas for a little bit more time, as you already see Drewbie getting up on a 50 gas advantage this early in the game. The barracks is not even halfway done just quite yet. Now back over here, we now see the SCV doing some scouting. Drewbie has not scouted at all this game so far, as he's playing more of an economic game. He cannot afford to be able to pull away with that one SCV and try to do some scouting, as his economy is already hurting by trying to mine as much gas as possible. So we already see the barracks is done. We should be seeing a factory coming online, perhaps getting a marine as well, upgrading to orbital command. There's that factory, as I mentioned just a moment ago. And now we see an SCV activating the Xel'Naga Watchtower. What is it going to do? The SCV now coming to the south side. So a Marine, no Marine. It is going to be straight into Hellions, as we now see a reactor coming into play on this one barrack. So this is a very, very aggressive tech play by Drewbie. Drewbie now moving out with this one SCV. Will he be able to catch and spot this one SCV as it moves out? There is already one Marine on the ramp, and now an SCV going to activate this Xel'Naga Watchtower, sees that the SCV is over here, and he can probably pretty much deduce where exactly Jinro is. Jinro is over here. A Marine now going to come out and meet this SCV in combat. The Marine obviously going to win, as that SCV, trying to be microed away, and now down to 15 hit points already. We now see a swap here, so we are now getting double training Hellions, as we should also be getting a starport coming online. Not quite sure where that starport is. The starport should be coming online here, and then also getting the tech lab. But now in comes a Reaper. So Jinro already getting a very, very early Reaper, and that early Reaper is going to deal a lot of damage, as those Hellions are going to take a little bit of time to come out. SCV is now trying to chase after that one Reaper. The Reaper, however, has only a slightly faster movement speed and now the Hellions quickly come out and are able to torch that one Reaper. An SCV needs to come out, build this starport, as two Hellions are now on the move. Production-wise, we now see Marauders currently, Marauders being trained up by Jinro, so Jinro needs to get a Marauder in order to try to fend off that attack there, and Jinro does have double gas at this point. Also, Drewbie also has a second refinery now coming into play. We now see those two Hellions perhaps going to try to move out, try to deal some damage. One Marauder and one Marine are going to try to hold off these Hellions. There are no concussive shells, so I believe the Hellions should be able to, no, not going to even try to run up that ramp. Not really worth it, as we now see a starport coming online. Now we see that the starport over here is completed. Now going to lift off, try to attach to a tech lab, and now perhaps get some Banshees into play. We should be seeing some Banshees. At one Banshee now currently being trained. Not enough SCVs on gas over here, as another barracks now coming down for Drewbie. Both sides, double Hellions down over here. I'm surprised that we didn't see a medevac. A medevac may have been a very, very strong play as well, as a medevac would have allowed for those Hellions to drop straight into that base. We now see that the starport, and doing a little bit of ring around the tech labs, currently landing in the wrong position. And now Hellions trying to walk up that ramp once again, able to take down one of those units. And now in comes those Hellions. 3 Hellions now running straight in. And now SCVs coming off the mineral line in order to try to deal some damage. But those Hellions should be able to torch a lot of those SCVs. SCVs walking in a straight line towards Hellions. Not a very, very smart battle, as some SCVs now getting taken down. Now Jinro taking a lot of damage so far as he's stopping some of his mining as well. Those Hellions, however, getting more and more kills. And now in comes the Banshee. The Banshee is in play, and this is going to be a problem as we now are getting a Raven, the Banshee, in the air, and Jinro says GG. So wow, Root Drewbie playing a very, very aggressive game, opening up with the refinery first before a barracks, able to double train Hellions, get some Hellions out, able to stop the Reaper harassment, and then moving straight into a Banshee even before Cloak was done. Those Hellions did the job of dealing a lot of damage towards those Marines. Really, that was a really, really smart move by Drewbie. By double training those Hellions, it forced Jinro to try to train up more Marauders in order to stop them. Marines fall very, very easily to Hellions, as the Hellions deal bonus damage towards those Marines, and those Hellions also outrun those Marines. As soon as Jinro started to train more and more of those Marauders, 2 or 3 Marauders here, the Banshee, as soon as those Hellions were able to finish off those Marines, the Banshee would be able to just come in and deal a lot of damage. Jinro was also training up a Raven before he trained up a Viking, and I know that he would eventually need that Raven in order to get some detection, but I think a Viking would have been a better choice at this stage in the game. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between Liquid Jinro and Root Drewbie here on Lost Temple.